This is Engineering Consultation by Andrick, Austin, and Tristan. Here you can see our social contract. This is a social contract that we made up using the POTW. First, we have our defined problem. So the problem is pretty much we would be given a team of 2 or 3. Ours was a team of 3. And we would team up with another team, and each team would act as both the client and the consultant, and we would be instructed to share our ideas and our problems with each other, and we would be instructed to accurately construct each other's ideas. Here are our goals. You can see we have developed team norms, describe one's individual role, and select and use collaborative tools. Here's the checklist. This is just for any additive stuff that we are adding to our projects, just to increase the accuracy of what we are presenting. So here we're establishing our strengths. We're establishing any variations of skills we have. For me, I said I'm good at making 3D models, but at sketches I'm not so well at. On the other hand, Tristan said he is good with sketching. Austin said he was overall pretty decent at everything. So we just put in all of our skills to construct one well and proper slideshow. Here are positions. Mine is Chief 3D Visualization and Asset Development Strategist. Here's the team collaboration. Our groups. So for this project, like I said, we would be tasked to communicate and construct with another team. And for this project, we were given ADG Corps, which is Dallas's team. So now we're planning our solution. Here's our introduction to ADG. This is just us informing them and them informing us of what they want to see through the design process, what they want us to create. Here you can see us kind of just elaborating on stuff. They're saying they want PLA plastic. Purple is one of their main priorities, at least for colors. Here's our third design brief. This is any constraints they had for us. As you can see, it shows the client, consumers, designers, their problem statement, and some criteria such as the shapes, which have to be 5x6, color, functionality, accessibility, and aesthetics. Basically, they're just saying they want it to look pleasing, they want it to be a certain size, they want it to be a certain color. That's all they're saying. Here are their constraints. This is just, again, kind of their criteria, just more elaborated on, again, that 5x6 inches size. For materials, they wanted something 3D printable, so we said PLA. Some details, stability, all of that. So here are our sketches. This is Austin's sketch, Tristan's sketches, and my sketches. All of them are following the size constraints and meeting the requirements that they ask of us. For materials, like they said, they wanted something 3D printable, so we went with PLA plastic, and we'll show you why later on. So here are the decision matrix. This is where we look at all the sketches, we look at the requirements and what they're asking of us, and we go through and pick which one follows those the best. Here you can see we have meet requirements, able to be made, functional, and time to make. As you can see, Austin's sketch is the one that came out as best to make for us. Here's the final choice. And here's us documenting to them the choice that we made. We asked them for if they have any feedback, any optimization they want, and their response, no. They said it was completely fine, and we were able to move on to constructing it. Here's our Gantt chart of what we did on what days, who did what. As you can see, there are 4 key points: define problem, plan/design, construct and test, and evaluate and present. In define problem, we were tasked to find the problem, the goals, checklists, and roles. In plan/design, there's design brief, sketch, decision matrix, client communication, Gantt chart, And in construct and test, we had 3D modeling, client communication, documenting, evaluate and present. In evaluate present, we have taking evals, giving evals, and producing a video. As you can see, documenting with not only the client but in our slideshows was the most important thing for us. Now we have construct and test. Here's our 3D model. Again, it's to scale to what they want. It follows their design intent, and this is what we came up with. As you can see, it has the ability to store multiple dice as they wanted. It's stable. It follows all the constraints they wanted out of us. Here's the multi-view drawing. This is just the multi-view we gave earlier with our sketches, but actually with the 3D model. Here are the communications. We sent them the PDFs, not the PDFs, but the files to access the models if they wanted to, along with photos of them. And this is the response to that. Inventory analysis. This is just all materials that we used or could have used. So as you can see, for raw materials, we had sandpaper, primer, Prate. That's really just for construction of it. So if we wanted to turn it purple as they asked, we would paint it, use primer, sandpaper, all of that. Material process, as we said, they wanted something that was 3D printable, so we used PLA. And as I said, we're going to discuss that later. Manufacturing, 3D printer, obviously. Packaging, we would only be using plastic and cardboard. There would be nothing for distribution. Utilization, this could be used up to 10 years. This is just estimating with how durable PLA can be. And disposability, PLA is recyclable, so you could recycle it. Trade-offs, PLA usually costs $30 per rack, I guess you would call it. And you wouldn't use that much of the rack to make just one of these. For safety, there's no major safety concerns for this. It's made out of PLA, not something like wood where you could get cuts. So with PLA, there's not much concerns there. Environmental, PLA is recyclable, so it's good for the environment. And for our evaluations. So here are just some evaluations we got from our peers discussing on what they thought we could improve on our slides. There's one from Dallas. These are the evaluations we did for other groups where we evaluated their slides, gave some of our feedback to them. And how we improved, after looking at the evaluations, we realized most of the points were in the small details. The spelling, the slideshow visuals, all that. So we went back, made it a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner, used some AI to help us kind of get the spelling checking. And here we have our QR codes.